We're located at the south of the border in Tapachula, where the offices of UNHCR, they're still operating. And the most incredible thing is that you see right here, UNHCR offices, the agent of the United Nations for Refugees. The premises and the location, it is extremely big. And thing that I want to show you right now as we are walking is that this used to be a specific location to help migrants and refugees. Now that so specifically, this is what they say, that USAID funding has been cut, that we don't know that for sure actually, but ultimately we know that this is the location where they're located, and that you see people that are coming out now from the administrative offices. This is not a place where they receive migrants anymore. This is administrative offices. So let's just walk over here so I can show you right here how their installations are located. First and foremost, quick observation. They have electrical wire on the top, which is weird. Why they are so self-protected if they are receiving migrants, nobody knows, just them. They just shut the door on us again, like they just did in Guatemala. OIM shut the door on us again. They just shut the door again. And, you know, everything is protected. They have cameras on top and they have cameras on the bottom. This is all the premises of the UNHCR and OIM. This is the door. The door, it is impossible to get in. It's extremely impossible to get in. And, you know, wanted to show you something. We live in a humanitarian crisis of immigrants. In the south, I have been inside of the Darien Gap, in places where the migrants live in critical and inhumane conditions. And as you can see, all these vehicles that you are seeing right here outside of these premises are from the administrative individuals that they work inside of the UNHCR, which they make you believe and they make you understand that they're helping in a humane way to the most vulnerable and the one that is suffering. Meanwhile, they are living a privileged life like kings and queens, like I have recorded and documented in the part of Panama, where they live in a beautiful compound in Clayton, Panama, but 3 hours away from Clayton, Panama, it is the epicenter and disaster that it was the Darien Gap. So particularly you will see how it's all the premises. Let's walk all the way over here so you guys can see the mass location of the UNHCR in Tapachula. It looks like beautiful offices, as I can tell you. And, you know, it is, you know, it says that they have their parking, specifically also yellow line, that I don't know if this is permitted due to regulation in the government of Tapachula, that they can actually own the parking line, or they can own the side of the parking line. But this is what we came down here to tell you guys, and specifically to tell every single one of you guys, why these international organizations, if USAID was cut, why they're still operating and why they're still open. If USAID, the funding, it has already been eliminated, what kind of funding they're living on? And if they're living on funding, it is because of all the billions of dollars that they suck under the Biden administration of this humanitarian crisis. They make billions of dollars out of it, and still they're operating, and still they have their fancy cars, and still they operate. Even they operate from 8 to 5, like it was job offices and administrative offices. They have, imagine, they have shut down this particular location to make it a location just for administrative individuals, but not for individuals to be received and to be processed for refugee and asylum. So it is crazy how much they have grown. The security guard was really friendly when he started talking to us. He said, you know what are you guys doing over here? You guys are needing in something. Do you guys want to come in? I said, we already know that you're not going to let us in if we don't put an email. And they said, yes, we're not going to let you in. But what are you guys are going to record? I said, I'm just going to record from outside of the street. They cannot do anything towards us if we're recording outside of the street. But the same attitude that we received in OIM in Guatemala, the same attitude we're receiving right here. They don't want to talk to nobody that wants to question them. What are they doing, operating still, how they're making their living, where are all the missing children, how many children did they have processed, because they processed so many unaccompanied minors with UNICEF, and specifically they don't want to answer questions. The only way that they can answer the questions is you put an email, and if they want to accept that email in reference to which media you're coming, because the media outlet counts a lot if you are from their own source of media, and if you're not from their source of media that they can trust, they're not going to let you get close to them. So this is the UNHCR offices from Tapachula, Chiapas, still operating, still right here effective, and still open from 8 to 5, America. You're still paying for this from 8 to 5. Your office is right here in the south border of Tapachula and also in Guatemala. Oscar Blue reporting from south of the border of Tapachula for all of you guys. Stay safe, and like we always say, God's plan, it is our mission.